Rainbow Six Mobile is currently going through its soft launch, and the developers took a lot of time to fix a lot of aspects about the game. But in today's video, we're going to be talking about 5 features that I really hope we can see change before we get the global launch. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe so you could be getting some of the best Rainbow Six Mobile content that's out there on YouTube. With that out of the way, let's hop right into this video. The first thing that I want to see is being able to pick your spawn as an attacker or pick your objective as a defender. This is already something that takes place in Rainbow Six Siege over on console and PC, and I hope we can get the same feature here on mobile, because it's just annoying not being able to pick your spawn, at least in ranked. I can understand for quick games, they just want the games to be rolling and be smoother, but for ranked, where it's already going to be slower and more tactical, I think you should be able to pick what objectives you want so that you can maybe pick the ones you're strongest on. Like getting with RNG an objective that is very hard to hold would not be very fair if you're on your rank up game or something. In a similar way, you should be able to pick your spawn as an attacker, because right now just getting random spawns and the team splitting up is very annoying, and sometimes you can spend a lot of time having to clear spawn peaks and rotate to regroup with your team in ranked. So I think being able to pick your spawn, especially during the drone phase, would be very cool. So hopefully we get those features into the game soon. Up next is more of a small thing, but I really want to see a small change with the new smart ping feature. I think it's great that we have it. It's really good that you can now yellow ping gadgets or operators, and it will show you that's what you're pinging so that your teammates can know, especially in a game where we don't have an in-game chat and stuff like that. Just having every available option to help with communication is good. But the only thing that I wish they would do is if you smart ping someone's gadget or smart ping the operator themselves, I wish that they would actually show up on the scoreboard as like, oh, they're playing this operator. So that way your team can know, because sometimes I'll literally go into site and I'll be like, oh, I want my team to know that like there's a mute, and so I can like smart ping the mute jammer, and then mute should pop up on the scoreboard so my teammates can see, oh, there's a mute, we need to be careful with our drones. Or in a similar way, just smart pinging literally anyone else, like, you know, Bandit or Jaeger, if they put their gadgets down, just to let them know, hey guys, we need to be ready for this. So I hope that we can get that changed. Again, it's kind of a small thing, but I really want to see that fixed with the smart pings. This next change is pretty important in my opinion, and it's being able to choose what server you're playing on. Right now, I know we don't have a lot of servers because we are in the soft launch and we don't have a lot of regions to pick from, but I do think especially when we start rolling out to more regions, hopefully you'll be able to pick what server you want to play on, especially if you're queuing cross region, because right now you can already do that. People can play with each other if, you know, one person is from Europe and the other is from North America, for example. I've done that a lot already. And so being able to pick what server you want to play on would be really good. Also, more importantly, I think you should be able to see your ping. I think it's crazy that we still can't check what our ping is when we're in game or in the menu, and being able to just tell if we're lagging, you know, having really high ping would be nice, because we already get warnings for high latency. So being able to actually like open the scoreboard and check our ping, or have the ping showing in the top corner or something, would be something that would be very nice. So I hope we can get that change in the future. This is also going to be needed definitely for custom games. If you're hosting a custom game, I think you should be able to pick what server you're hosting the custom game on so that you can make sure it works out well for everyone. I didn't want to put this in the top 5, but while we're on the topic of custom games, I do hope that we get a spectator mode soon, because everything about custom games is amazing, and I think literally just being able to spectate neutrally and be able to watch both teams at once is literally the final thing that we need for custom games so that we can actually start doing esports events within the community. The next thing that I'm going to be asked to change, you could probably already guess, it's going to be the removal of full body scans whenever you scan an enemy. I think this is already super broken, because just being able to get the full outline on someone and it pops up for like a full second, just in a game where you can easily like wallbang and stuff like that, it's very broken. Like literally you could be sitting in a room, and if there's a well-hidden Valve camera or a well-hidden drone and you don't know where it is and they just start pinging you, you're dead. Like you have to try to find it, or else you're just going to get wallbanged or pre-fired super hard, and it's very easy for your opponents to do so to you. So I'm not a huge fan of the fact that this is still in the game, and I really hope it gets taken out. This is also further reinforced by the new gadget that Rook has, which is the bulletproof camera, because now with this bulletproof camera, he can sit there and just scan you and hard ping you and basically show your enemy exactly where to pre-fire, and you can't do anything about it if you don't go up to the camera and punch it, unless maybe you're playing Ashe or something and you shoot your Ashe charge at the camera. But other than that, like, there's nothing you can do if there's a bulletproof camera that's just watching you on site. Like, you literally just have to sit there and take it and hope that you don't get pre-fired super hard, which again, probably not going to happen if you're playing ranked and in a good lobby. Obviously, Rainbow Six is not made with the idea of being able to pre-fire people that easily with full body scans, so I really hope this gets taken away. Again, fingers crossed. I know the developers have talked about it, they said they're monitoring it, but I really hope that it actually gets taken out before we go to global launch, because it's definitely going to be a big issue that a lot of people complain about when they hop into the game. Now, this leads up to the final thing that I want to see for the global launch, and that's going to be more balance changes with the operators. Valkyrie already got nerfed a little bit by making it so her cameras can be thrown outside, and if they do, they only give vision for 10 seconds, which is great because attackers don't have to worry about hunting down a Val camera that's thrown in a wild spot anymore. If we didn't have red pings in the game, then Valkyrie would honestly already be at the perfect stance. But just because we have red pings and full body scans, I still think that she is probably easily the best defender in the game. The next operator that I think needs to get nerfed is Hibana, more specifically to her gadget, because she has the ability to open 4 holes within reinforced walls. That's a little different from Siege, and all 4 of these holes can be jumped through. They open up like a full square-sized hole, and you can do whatever you want with them. So being able to open 4 holes in the walls or 4 hatches, either way, is still super broken, and it honestly makes it so that there's really no point to playing Thermite. Like, Hibana is just so much more superior in every way that there's almost never a scenario where you'd actually want a Thermite. Again, this is a super easy change. I think that instead of 4 charges, it needs to be brought down to 2 or 3. Honestly, I think 3 would be fair because at the very least, the holes are smaller and you do have to vault or crouch through them. So at least it's not as broken as Thermites where he can just open up the whole wall. So honestly, I think just having 3 charges on that would make it a little bit more balanced. The final Asian nerf that needs to happen is to Twitch. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really have a problem with her gadgets, and more so lies in how we display her shock drone. I'm not a fan of how the display automatically shows you where potential targets are. You don't even have to try looking for them. You can literally just move your drone into a room, and if there's a very well hidden Val camera that I definitely wasn't going to see, the second I move my Twitch drone in there, it's going to automatically highlight it and show me, oh, you can shoot this right now. And it's the same for enemy players. It can do this especially, you know, maybe if there's like a hole in the wall or a little gap in the wall and you can just barely see them, it'll show you, oh, there's a target here. And I just think that aspect of the Twitch drone HUD needs to be fixed. It's a very easy fix. You literally just have to make it so that this target doesn't pop up. Honestly, I'd be fine with you being able to like kind of maybe pre-fire the shocks. It would still be a little bit broken if you could just tap it and maybe not know for sure if there's something there or not, but at least it would be better than being able to clearly spot where the gadgets are. Honestly, best case scenario, I think you just make Twitch work the way that she does over in Rainbow Six Siege on PC and console, where it doesn't automatically lock onto the gadgets and you actually have to aim at them. And I'd have no problem with that. I hope that they can do something like that because it would make it so that her gadget is a lot more balanced. I'm fine with it not using up the charge if you're not aiming close enough to it, but it's just way too broken right now, and there's no point to really hiding a good Val cam or to just, you know, being tactical with your equipment like that. But yeah, that is going to wrap up my top 5 needed changes that need to happen in Rainbow Six Mobile. Let me know down in the comments if you do agree with my top 5, or maybe if you think there's something else that's a more pressing matter that didn't make it into this video, because I'm always curious to see what you guys think, and obviously any feedback would be appreciated, and I'm sure the developers will also be getting some of this feedback as well. So please let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this stuff. Make sure you guys are also subscribed so you can be getting more Rainbow Six Mobile content here on the channel. That's all for now though, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.